Good morning, students. Learn the characteristics of chemical reactions. Is it? Characteristics of chemical reactions. So, first characteristics is evolution of gas that you learned in the last class. So, in evolution of gas, one concept is that effervescence. Effervescence. So evolution of gas means during the chemical reaction one of the product is gas, is it? So in that concept, one small concept is there, that is effervescence. What is by effervescence? The formation of gas bubbles in a liquid during a reaction is called effervescence. During the chemical reaction, formation of gas bubbles in a liquid. Formation of gas bubbles during a chemical reaction. Liquid is called effervescence. So effervescence means the formation of gas bubbles during the chemical reaction in a liquid. So that is a effervescence. That is a effervescence. For that we call as a effervescence. Okay. Keep it in mind that for 1 marks they may ask in the exam. Okay. Then I'll go to next now. So and one more characteristics we learned there, change of color. So as I told, for copper sulfate, if you add iron, the blue solution is changed into the green solution. There you can see the change of color. Change of color. And the next characteristics is formation of precipitates. Now this is the third characteristics in the chemical reaction. Formation of precipitate. Right, in short form, liquid is precipitates. Okay. So what is the formation of precipitates? Certain chemical reactions are characterized by the formation of insoluble substance. Insoluble solid substances called precipitates. Certain chemical reaction are characterized by the formation of insoluble substances, insoluble solid substances. It means they are not dissolved completely. That's why it is called insoluble solid substances. During the sudden chemical reaction, some substances are insoluble after reacting. So that is insoluble solid substances you will get there in the product side. That is called formation of precipitate. For example, when silver nitride reacts with the sodium chloride, AgNO3, silver nitride reacts with the sodium chloride, that will give rise to silver chloride plus sodium nitride, NaNO3. So NaNO3. So this is a silver nitride. Silver nitride. Sodium chloride. This is sodium chloride. Yes, silver chloride. This silver chloride is a white solid substance which is insoluble. That is a white precipitate. We get white precipitate. White, that is insoluble. That is sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate. For example, what is the formation of precipitate means? It will react each other. After reacting, you will get the insoluble solid substance. So here in this reaction, silver nitrate reacts with sodium chloride, that will give rise to silver chloride and sodium nitrate. So here silver chloride is a white, you will get white precipitate that is insoluble in the solution. Insoluble in the solution. Chemical reaction, this formation of a reaction will takes place. That means certain chemical reactions are characterized by the formation of insoluble solid substance. After reacting these two substances, you will get the insoluble solid substance. Insoluble solid substance. That is the formation of precipitate. That insoluble solid substance is the white precipitate. White precipitate. Okay. So this is about the formation of precipitate. Next characteristics is change of state. Characteristics is change of state. So what is the meaning of this? Change of state means during the two substances when they are reacting each other, when two substances they are reacting each other, that time the reactant should be in gaseous state. It may be in the gaseous state. After reacting each other, what do you get the product? That may solid or a liquid. That may be solid or a liquid. Now look at the reactants are in the gaseous state. What you are getting the product that is in the solid or a liquid state. That is called change of state. So reactants, the two reactants in the gaseous state, after reacting each other, you will get the product that may be in the liquid state or a solid state. That is a change of state. Gaseous state is changed into the liquid or a solid state. Vice versa may be also possible. Maybe two reactants are in solid substance, what you are getting the product that may be gaseous or a liquid state. So this is vice versa. Okay, so that is called change of state. For example, when nitrogen reacts with the when ammonia reacts with the HCl, when ammonia reacts with the HCl, ammonia NH3 reacts with the HCl. Now here two reactants are gaseous state. Right here. So this is mentioning the state, which state it is. That reactant ammonia is in which state? That is in gaseous state, and HCl that is also in gaseous state. You will get NH4Cl ammonium chloride. You will get the ammonium chloride. Now this is in the solid state. Now this is in the solid state. Now look at the reactants. Both are in gaseous state. You will get the after reacting each other, the product is in solid state. The product is in solid state. So that is a change of state. That is called change of state. Okay. So this is ammonia. Ammonia reacts with the HCl, hydrogen chloride, and will give rise to ammonium chloride. So this is in solid state. Ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride. Okay. So we learned four characteristics. Chemical reaction has four characteristics. So first one is a evolution of gas. So it means one of the product is gas. One of the product is gas. So the second thing, change of color that you learned in last class. And next in formation of precipitate. Formation of precipitate during certain chemical reactions. What you are getting the product that is insoluble in their solution. That is insoluble in the solution. That is called. It means insoluble means that is a white precipitate that we call as a precipitate, which is insoluble in the solution. That is called precipitate. Keep it in mind there. And the first characteristics is change of state. Change of state. It means the reactants may be in the gaseous state, and what you are getting the product that may be in the liquid or a solid state, or vice versa. It may be in the solid, both may be in the solid, you will get the liquid, okay, or gas. So these are the few characteristics regarding about the chemical reaction. Okay. I hope that you understand this concept. Then I will move to the next concept now. Types of chemical change or chemical reaction. Type reaction. Types of chemical reaction. We already learned about the reactions, is it? We are writing so many reactions. In that, so many types of reactions are there. So mainly we will study four types of reactions. Mainly, there will be four types of chemical reaction. The first one is direct combination. Direct combination, or also called as a synthesis reaction. Synthesis reaction. So you will see four types of chemical reaction. Mainly you will see four types of chemical reaction. First chemical reaction is the direct combination or synthesis reaction. That is also called synthesis reaction. And second one now, decomposition. Decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. And third one now, displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. And fourth one, it is a double decomposition, or it is also called double displacement. Double decomposition, or it is also called double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. So mainly we will see four types of chemical reaction. First one is the direct combination, second one is the decomposition reaction, third one is the displacement reaction, and fourth one is the double decomposition or double displacement reaction. So these are the types of reaction. Let us study by one. The first one I will take direct combination. Combination reaction. What is by direct combination reaction? A reaction in which two or more substances they will combine together. So name only indicates the combination reaction. The reaction in which two or more substances they will combine together. Two or more substances they will combine together to form a single substance. It's called as the combination reaction. Chemical reaction. A reaction in which two or more substances combine together to form a new substance. It's called combination reaction. So what is the combination reaction? The name only indicates the combination. They will combine together. Two or more substances they will combine together to form a new substance. That is called combination reaction. Okay. So for example, A plus B. So A plus B, that will give rise to AB. The product AB. So general reaction. So this is the general reaction. Two or more substances they will combine together to form the new substance. That is called as the combination reaction. So in combination reactions, it involves two elements combined together to form a compound. So in combination reaction, two elements they will combine together to form a compound. For example, this is first one. Two elements combines to give a compound. Two elements combines to give a compound. For example, carbon combines with the oxygen, that will give rise to carbon dioxide. Is it? So here carbon is one element, oxygen is another element. They will combine together to form the product, that is a compound. Carbon dioxide is a compound, is it? carbon dioxide. It is a new substance. So two elements combines to give a compound. So that is the first one. And element and a compound. So next one, we have two elements. And element and a compound, they will combine together to give the new substance or one more compound. So an element and a compound. For example, when sulfur dioxide reacts with the oxygen, we have right here, and element and a compound combines to give a new substance or new compound. An element and a compound. For example, sulfur dioxide. So this is a compound. Sulfur dioxide is a compound. Okay. Reacts with the oxygen. Oxygen is an element. That will give rise to sulfur trioxide. This is a sulfur trioxide. This is sulfur dioxide. SO3. 3 oxygen atom is there. That's why it is a sulfur trioxide. Is the equation is balanced? No. Equation is balanced. So the chemical combination, it also includes an compound. A compound combines with the element that will give the new compound sulfur trioxide. The first one, two elements. First one is it. So carbon is one element, oxygen is another element. They will combine to give a compound carbon dioxide. Here one element and compound. So next one, two or more compounds combines to form a single product. So two or more compounds. Here in the first case, two elements they will combine. In the second case, one is compound, another one is the element. Now in the third case, two or more compounds they will combine to give a single product. Two or more compounds they will combine to give a single product. Now look at that. Now the reaction, only one product you are getting. Is it? That is in the case of combination reaction. Only one product you get, the single product. Okay. So for example, see two or more compounds, they will combine to give a single product. That is two or more compounds combine to give a single product. Two or more compound combines to give a single product. For example, when ammonia reacts with the hydrogen chloride, look at that, ammonia NH3 reacts with the hydrogen chloride. When ammonia reacts with the hydrogen chloride, you will get ammonium chloride, NH4Cl, ammonia NH3. Okay, ammonium NH4. Be careful while writing. Ammonium chloride. This is the ammonia. When ammonia reacts with the hydrogen chloride, you will get the ammonium chloride. Okay, you will get the ammonium chloride. So we will see in combination reaction three cases we will see. Is it? The first one, two elements will combine, give a single product, and the second case, one element and a compound. They will combine to give a single product. And third case, two compounds only they are combined together. It is one more single product. Combine. Look at the plus sign is right there. When writing the chemical reaction, we should write plus sign within the reactants. Is it? That you write already in the last chapter. So these are the cases in the Three cases is the combination reaction. Combination reaction is nothing but reaction in which two or more substances will combine together to form the new substance. New substance. That is called combination reaction. Or it is also called synthesis reaction. Now we move to the next type of reaction. So the second type of reaction is decomposition reaction. So second type of reaction is decomposition reaction. What is a decomposition reaction? The chemical reaction in which compound splits up into two or more simpler substances. So what is a decomposition reaction? Decomposition reaction, a compound it splits up into two or more simpler substances. So that is the definition of the decomposition reaction. The chemical reaction decomposition reaction, the chemical reaction in which compound splits up into two or more simpler substances. That is called decomposition reaction. For example, when mercuric oxide it splits up into mercury and oxygen. Mercury and oxygen. We need to balance the equation. 2H2O. Okay. So decomposition reaction. So what is the decomposition reaction? Compound. This is a mercuric oxide is a compound. Mercuric oxide is a compound. It splits up into two or more simpler substances. So here it splits up into mercury as well as oxygen. Mercury as well as oxygen. Okay. So here compound splits up into two or more simpler substances. Mercury oxide. Mercuric oxide it splits into mercury and oxygen. Mercury and silver chloride. Silver chloride. This is the first example. Silver AgCl. Silver chloride it splits up into silver and chloride. Silver and chloride. Left Cl2. Now we need to balance the equation. Here it equal to here. So here silver chloride is a compound. It splits up into silver and chloride. Decomposition. Look at that. Decomposition. We are splitting. Compound splitting into two or more simpler substances. Two or more simpler substances. So these are the few examples of the decomposition reaction. And one more is there in decomposition reaction. Thermal decomposition. What is the thermal decomposition reaction? Thermal decomposition. So we know the definition of decomposition. Thermal means heat. That compound is split up into two or more substances in the presence of heat. That's it. So that is called thermal decomposition. Compound splits up into two or more substances in the presence of heat. In the presence of heat. For example, calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. CaCO3. That is splits up into calcium carbonate. It splits up into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide in the presence of heat. That you should write about the arrow there. Okay. In the presence of heat. That is called thermal decomposition. These type of reaction will decompose in the presence of heat only. Otherwise it will not decompose. Okay. So calcium carbonate, if you heat that compound, it splits up into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Don't conduct these type of experiments in the home. Okay, these type of experiments will conduct in the laboratory with the precautions. Be careful. Okay. So thermal decomposition. Have you understood this concept? Thermal decomposition means the compound splits up into two or more simpler substances in the presence of heat. In the presence of heat. That is called thermal decomposition. Okay. Now I will move to the next type of reaction, that is displacement reaction. So next type of reaction is, so before moving to the displacement reaction, what is the reversible reaction? What is the reversible reaction? So reversible reaction means once you get the product, if you reverse the reaction under the same condition, you will get the same reactants. What you are putting the first, before reacting happens, what you are putting the first reactants, the same reactants you will get there. If you reverse the reaction, for example, direction of chemical change can be reversed by changing the conditions under the reaction is taking place. So we can change the chemical reaction, direction of chemical reaction can be changed under the normal conditions. Reversible, is it? Reversible reaction. So reversible reaction means direction of chemical change can be reversed by changing the conditions of the reaction. So reversible reaction is nothing but direction of the chemical change. Direction of chemical change can be reversed by changing the condition. For example, when iron reacts with the water, it will give ferric oxide. So reversible reactions symbol is, so this is a reversible reaction. Direction of reaction you can change by changing the condition. That is called reversible reaction. For example, when iron reacts with the water, that will give rise to Fe2O3, ferric oxide. Ferric oxide plus H2. We need to balance the equation. H2O. So look at that. These reversible reaction, by changing the condition, we can reverse the reaction. If you reverse the reaction, you will get the iron as well as again water. The same reactants will get the after reverse the reaction. That is called reversible reaction. We'll move to the next type of reaction. The next type of reaction is displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. The third type of reaction is displacement reaction. So it is a type of chemical change in which more active element will replace as the less active element. So displacement reaction is one type of reaction in which more active element will displace as the less active element. More active element will displace as the less active element. Called displacement reaction. Displacement, name only indicates that displacement. More active element will displace the less active element. For example, when zinc reacts with the sulfuric acid, zinc sulfate, that will give zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. Zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. Zinc is replaces the hydrogen. Zinc will replaces the hydrogen because zinc is more active than the hydrogen. Zinc is more active than the hydrogen. That's why it is a displacement reaction. So displacement reaction nothing but more active element will displaces the less active element. The reactivity series only is there, that I will tell you now. So more active element. So here zinc is the more active element than the hydrogen. That's why zinc displaces the position of hydrogen from the sulfuric acid. So now to the position of hydrogen, zinc will come and sit there and hydrogen will get displaced. So you get hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas. Copper sulfate. Copper sulfate reacts with the zinc. When copper sulfate reacts with the zinc, so you will get zinc sulfate again. Zinc sulfate and copper. Here it means copper is less reactive than the zinc. Copper is less reactive than the zinc. That's why copper, in place of copper, zinc will come and sit there. These will go there. Okay. So more active. Zinc is more active than the copper. Okay. That is called as a displacement reaction. So let's see the activity series. Activity series. It means which is more reactive and which is less reactive. That is called activity series. Activity series of the elements. So potassium. The top of the active element is potassium. Potassium, sodium, calcium. This hydrogen in the bracket because it is a non-metal. Okay. So as we move down the column, their activity goes on decrease. The reactivity goes on decreases downwards. It means on the top of the column they are most active elements, most reactive elements. These are, so potassium is there now, it's the most reactive element. So no other element will displace the potassium. Okay. So as we move down, the reactivity goes on decreases. The first active element, most reactive element is potassium, and second one is sodium, third one is the calcium, and fourth one magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold. These are very less reactive elements. So above the column zero, they are most reactive elements, and down they are less reactive elements. So above the column they are most reactive elements, and below as you go down the reactivity goes on decreases. While writing the displacement reaction you should be very careful. Okay. The potassium will displaces by no other element. You can't displace the potassium because it's the most reactive. But potassium will replace these elements. Because potassium is the highest reactive element. So potassium can replace sodium. Okay. Understood? So this is about the displacement reaction. And the next type of reaction is double decomposition reaction. This you should learn this one. Okay. So first potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold. Okay. The last will become platinum. Okay. So next, the fourth type of chemical reaction. Is double decomposition. decomposition. Double decomposition reaction is also called double displacement. Displacement means only one element will displace the one element. Okay. So in case of double displacement, two elements will get displaced as other two elements. Then what is the definition of the double displacement? This is a type of chemical change in which two compounds in a solution react to form two new compounds. It is a type of a chemical change in which two compounds in the solution will displace as the two new compounds. Two compounds in the chemical reaction will in the solution, they will react each other. And they will form a new compound. Two compounds in the solution, they will react each other to form a new compound by mutual exchange of their radicals. That is the definition of the double displacement. This is a type of chemical change in which two compounds in a solution form two new compounds. Two compounds in a solution form two new compounds by mutual exchange of their radical. This is very important. By mutual exchange of their radical. It is a type of chemical change in which two compounds in a solution. It is a chemical change two compounds in a solution. Form two new compounds by mutual exchange. Of their radicals. By mutual exchange of the radical. So double displacement or double decomposition, nothing but it is a chemical change in which two compounds in a solution form two new compounds. By mutual exchange of the radical. It is called double displacement reaction or double decomposition reaction. For example, when barium chloride reacts with the sodium sulfate. Barium chloride BaCl2 reacts with the sodium sulfate. That will give rise to solution. It means solution means they are in aqueous state. Write bracket there. Aqueous state. When barium chloride reacts with the sodium sulfate, that will give rise to barium sulfate plus sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Now here, both are in aqueous state. Two compounds. Barium chloride is one compound. Sodium sulfate is another compound. They are reacting each other in the solution. They form the two new compounds. New compounds is barium sulfate and sodium chloride. By exchanging the radical, how we are exchanging? Here, chlorine is replaced by sulfate. Come here. Okay, and next one, barium takes the position of sodium chloride. Okay, so mutual exchange of the radicals. And one more thing, in double decomposition reaction, we can see two types. One is the precipitation reaction, another one is the neutralization reaction. Another one is the neutralization reaction. Already explained what is a precipitation reaction. Precipitation reaction means the compound they will combine, they will react each other in the solution. while forming the product, one of the product is insoluble. One of the product is insoluble. For example, this one example. So white precipitate. So white precipitate. Here white precipitate means it will form the precipitate means it is insoluble in the solution. Insoluble in the solution. That is called precipitation reaction. So we can see two types of reactions in double decomposition reaction. One is the precipitation reaction and second thing is a neutralization reaction. So in double decomposition you can see two types subdivision, that is a precipitation reaction, another is a neutralization reaction. Precipitation reaction means the compound will combine the solution after reacting each other. What you get in product that is insoluble, white precipitate, insoluble in the solution. That is called precipitation reaction. Precipitation reaction. If insoluble means we can see two layers in the solution. Two layers in the solution. That is insoluble. And one more thing, neutralization reaction. Neutralization means we already know that when acid reacts with the base, that will use the salt plus water. When acid reacts with the base, that will use the salt and water. For example, when sodium hydroxide reacts with the HCl, hydroxide NaOH reacts with the HCl, that will give rise to NaCl plus water. NaCl plus water. Here NaCl, we know that it is a salt. So neutralization, acid and base they will react each other and will give the salt and water. That is called neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. I hope that you will understand this concept. Just recall what you learned in this class. Okay. So first one we will begin from the characteristics of the chemical reaction. Characteristics of the chemical reaction. First thing I told, what is the effervescence? Formation of the gas bubble in the liquid during the reaction. Formation of gas bubble in the reaction. Formation of gas bubble in a liquid during the reaction. That is called effervescence. Okay. And in the characteristics, the third characteristics of the chemical reaction is, what is that? Precipitation. Precipitation, it means now only I told that insoluble in solution. That is precipitation. And fourth characteristics is change of state. Change of state. It means in the reactant side they may be solid or liquid. After reacting you will get the another state, solid or a liquid. If both the reactants are gas, while getting the product that will be the solid. So change of state. You can see the change of state in that. Okay, next is learn about the types of reaction. Mainly you can see four types of reaction. One is the chemical combination. Second one is the decomposition reaction. Third one is the displacement reaction. And fourth one is the double displacement reaction or decomposition reaction. So combination reaction means they will combine each other. Combine during the chemical reaction, two or more substances they will combine together to form a single product. That is a combination reaction. And decomposition, compound it splits up into two or more simpler substances. That is a decomposition reaction. And third one, displacement reaction. It means more active element will displaces the less active element. That is a displacement reaction. And fourth one, double decomposition. Two compounds in the solution, they will react each other and forms the new compound. By mutual exchange of their radicals. That is called double decomposition reaction. And in double displacement reaction, we will see two types. That is a precipitation reaction and neutralization reaction. Neutralize means acid reaction base, you will get the salt and water.